every startup is different. Every startup owner is having their own story. And if you actually see, these are very minuscule percentage of people who have done it very, very big. Please enjoy the journey. This journey is a beautiful journey. The issue is we are always running towards, okay, I need to touch those numbers. Understand, you need to probably generate value. You need to generate good value for your customers.
Today with us, Mr. Gaurav Agarwal. He is the founder of SMBA Consultants and co-founder of Planet. Hello, Mr. Gaurav. How are you?
Good, good, Krishna. Thank you for having me here.
Hi, it's my pleasure. Mr. Gaurav, can you please tell me something about your business, SMBA Consultants and co-founder Planet?
Okay, so SMBA Consultants is actually into HR space. It is an HR service provider. We have till date served more than 850 clients across 15 countries for their HR needs. So HR needs includes the recruitment, payrolling, outsourcing, trainings, and SMBA Consultants is a family of more than 200 network partners. We are having 35 units on a pan India basis across 17 different locations. We are tagged as the fastest growing HR franchise of India, and that is about SMBA Consultants. And apart from that, if I talk about Co-Founders Planet is specifically into founders dating. It is a founders dating platform. Yeah.
Okay. So, mm, every business have a story. What is the story behind SMBA Consultants? Why you are starting SMBA Consultants? I checked your profile. You previously worked someone in company in a service person. So why you switch from service to a business? What is the story behind that?
So putting up this question, Krishna, because if I talk about myself, I have come from a finance background altogether. So everyone gets very intrigued by seeing a finance guy into an HR domain. So there is definitely a story behind why I have initiated this movement of a free job consultancy. So the reason is, if I take you guys back, to my academics, I am from St. Xavier's, Kolkata, and I've done my chartered accountancy. And after completion of my chartered accountancy, I landed a job in Bangalore. So eventually did some abroad assignments in companies like Unilever South Africa. So everything was going very fine. I became the youngest chartered accountant with foreign exposure, and close to good amount of time I was making money as well. Everything was going fine. But I was in Bangalore actually that point in time, and my parents were here back in Kolkata. So what essentially pulled me back is actually the love for the city as well as my parents who were alone. So I came back. I again came back and started hunting for the perfect job opportunity. And that is where this story, which you always say, actually kicked in. So while hunting for a job, I came across a consultancy who
Mhm.
promised me a job opportunity. So
Okay.
the job opportunity they promised me actually an interview with an automobile MNC. They told me I need to deposit rupees 13,300. So I actually got very happy that okay, I'm back in Kolkata, I have landed a job opportunity, and I deposited that amount. But the
Mhm.
moment I deposited that amount,
Mhm.
soon after that person fled. So
Okay.
that is where I actually realized that I have, been actually this is sort of a cyber crime which is pretty common in the job industry, and
Mhm.
I started doing a thorough research into that. That not only me, there are so many other players in the market, probably mostly the candidates who do not have the right support. They do
Mhm.
not have a consultant who can probably handhold them, who can guide them towards a good job opportunity. That
Mhm.
is where I thought that okay, let me start a free job consultancy. I spoke to some of my friends back in St. Xavier, so I took talked to them. I spoke about the openings that they are having. They were kind enough to give me some of the job openings. That is how the journey of SMBA consultant started in 2013.
Mhm.
So essentially,
Okay.
that is the story behind SMBA consulting.
So
A
you are just
fraudulent
saying
incident. Yeah,
free job consultancy. What that means of free job? So you are not charging any amount from any candidates, or you are directly communicate with the companies. Can you please explain this
correct.
thing?
Absolutely. So free job consultancy essentially means free for the candidates. Okay.
Okay.
So when I say free for the candidates, candidates are in more need of job. If I talk about
Mhm.
Indian subcontinent per se,
Mhm.
Indian map. So there are the job is the buzzword. The job is something. If the country is having good amount of jobs, the candidates are having good jobs, they
Mhm.
will be financially free. So financial freedom is the first and the foremost thing which is important for a country like India.
Mhm.
And that is where it is very important to not charge the candidates, because candidates might not be in a position to pay. But
Mhm.
these companies, the companies who are in urge of the candidates, who are in the need of candidates, they can jolly well pay you for your services.
Mhm.
So we are free. When I say free job consultancy, to answer your question directly, it is mostly in terms of the candidates.
Okay. Okay. So I just want to know, being I am also I have a different company, DigiBrew. So as a startup, it's very challenge to find a good candidate for a startup. If your company is a well-known company, you will find a good candidate easily. But for a startup to find a very good candidate, because I also faced this problem in the last months. I hired some business development manager. He is with a good package, but I'm getting zero in result. Okay, so this is very difficult for things. And for a company, because I am a startup owner, I don't have very good team player for managing the candidate. I only have one HR in my team, so he is taking interviews after that. So we are not very well filtered a candidate. We just take his CV's resume. He's just saying yes, I'm 5 years of experience and whatever, blah blah blah. After that, we select those candidates. But it's the thing is like those candidates are not very good. And being a startup to pay those kind of candidates is very difficult for the company, because when we are starting something, we have a limited budget. We don't have a very good budget to pay them. So especially when you hire some salesperson, a salesperson salary was very high compared to others. So it's like I hired him with a 14 lakh CTC. Okay, so you can imagine. So in India and being a startup, it's a very huge amount. But the thing is like we're not getting result, and after that, after pay 1 month salary, candidate simply resign the company. He just say no, I'm not getting good. I'm not satisfied. So it's very loss for the company. So being a more than 1 lakh salary, we are paying him. So that is loss.
Correct.
So in SMVA, how we will solve this problem? Because it's not only for the candidates. Because as a consultancy, you also need to think about the company. Because the main
Agree.
companies are with you. The companies are your client, and candidate in that case, you are providing them a good platform as a free
Correct.
service. So
Correct.
how a SMVA consultants on if for example on that particular situation, if we hired you for SMBA, if we use giving us any candidate on that situation, so how SMBA consultants will be a helpful for me on that particular situation.
Got it. Got it. See, understand one thing, Krishnendu. For startups itself, money, as per the recent survey which we did for the candidates, money is the last thing which actually a candidate sees for their prospect employer. Okay, there are certain more checkpoints. Say, whenever a candidate is looking for an opportunity, so those checkpoints, if I talk about, first is what is the brand of the entity. So if you talk about a startup, how they are positioning themselves, how are they positioning when you Google about that startup? See, if I talk about your startup, you're talking about say DG Brood. Okay, if I talk about and search DG Brood in Google, what are the pop-ups that come out of me? Okay, how do I see? Because understand, the candidate before coming to you for the interview are smart enough to actually Google about your entity.
Mhm.
So first and foremost important thing is how is your company positioned in front of the candidates.
Okay.
Second is what kind of culture that you are having. What is the organizational culture? See, understand one thing. There are small things that a company need to understand.
Mhm.
These, you are at the end of the day dealing with human resources.
Mhm.
You are dealing with human minds, right?
Mhm.
So a human resource can not only be influenced with money. Now, the small things like probably a Saturday party, a festive party in the office, and how you are actually positioning it, how people see that, because that becomes actually a part of your culture, or how probably you are incentivizing your people, and how you are recognizing their efforts. Very, very important.
Mhm.
You need to understand if somebody is doing good work, you need to recognize their effort. See, a
Mhm.
pat on the back is mostly more important than the money that you are paying. So I have
Mhm.
seen many multiple cases where candidates have actually switched jobs at the same salary
Mhm.
because of jobs dissatisfaction.
Mhm.
So satisfaction does not only come from money, it comes with culture, it comes with the right kind of bosses, it comes
Mhm.
with the right kind of a team. So it is a mixture of multiple factors, which when we are working as a startup, we actually often forget about that. We think that, hey, probably my competitor or the person who is doing big in my industry is having more money, that is why they are big. No, they are not big because of the money, they are big because of the culture also that they are having in their organization.
Mhm.
So what is more important for a startup to understand is whether they are building the right kind of culture or not, whether the founding team members, the core team, is actually having the same kind of a DNA. When I talk about a DNA, it relates with the vision of the company,
Mhm.
whether everyone shares the same kind of a vision, whether the culture is very transparent, and how you are dealing with them, whether you are treating them as genuine employees or you are treating them as family members. So
Mhm.
these are very small things which need to be taken into account while nurturing an employee.
Mhm. Okay.
Because you cannot say in our, see, if I talk about our culture, we never use the term employee, we never have that relationship. They are all family members,
Mhm.
they are all a part of SMBA family.
Mhm.
Okay, so they feel whenever we have any problem, we are upfront, we talk to them, we have a meeting, we call a meeting, we
Mhm.
transparently tell them, hey, these are the problems that we are facing. So there has to be that kind of a culture that needs to be sort of nurtured.
Mhm. Okay. So no, no, that's if a company provide all these things, means a very good culture, a very good interaction with the candidate, or as a treat him as a family member, okay, and also other benefits, Saturday party, this kind of thing. So I just want to know, there are some candidates who have this ping pong ball mentality. They just switch the companies like one after one company switching. So being a company, this is very difficult to handle this kind of candidates. If the candidate have this
Agreed.
ping pong ball mentality, no, they're just switching. See what this kind of candidate, what they did, they are getting experience in a company almost 4 years, 5 years, and after that, what they are doing, and that in that 6 month period, they might be changing five different companies. Every company they are joining one company, getting some salary. After that, changing. So this kind of ping pong ball mentality candidate, and this is very difficult because no candidate show their 1 month of experience in any company. They are showing that they are jobless.
That agreed. I hear you and I understand what you are talking about. So that is where a good consultant essentially comes into picture. Okay. Now, what is the job of a good consultant? A consultant has got their own filters. If I talk about, say, searching for a candidate in SMBA consultants, whenever we are hunting for a candidate, we actually have certain buckets. We check the candidate's experience, we check the candidate's stability, that whether they have been stable enough for minimum 3 years in each of the organizations they have.
Mhm.
So, we go to an extent to check even the fact that, in the last 10 years, whether they have switched more than three jobs or not. So these are some of the criteria. When we check, we actually make sure that the candidates fit into our criteria of stability. Their
Mhm.
experience has to be bang on. So we try and sort of do the company mapping. We try and get the candidates from the similar industry. So what actually happens is, see, as a business owner, everybody wants revenue from day one. See, if you are, say, from a digital agency, you will prefer, hey, I get a candidate from day one who can generate revenue for me from the day one. So
Not very
we
much, but
actually
yes.
get, see, that is how every owner thinks about it, right? So you cannot prevent that fact. So that is why we prefer candidates who are having the similar kind of profile and industry.
Mhm.
So when you get a candidate, they will understand the culture. And rather than, we always see, if I talk about our HR agency, we say, I always maintain one thing. I want a person who can either learn from me or who can make me learn. So I am open to have people who know the industry or who are open to learn. So that is what, probably we follow for our clients as well. Same industry, similar profile, and stability as well.
So you do the background verification of the candidate.
Absolutely, absolutely. So these are very, very important criteria that we will have to do, because if we do not do understand ours, the model of HR agency, it is a service industry, right? If we are not able to provide good candidates, the vetted candidates, the companies will never come to us again.
Mhm.
So we have, by God's grace, served more than 850 clients across 15 countries, and the clients who have worked with us in the last 6 years, they are still our clients. So the reason is very simple: quality. We are able to provide them quality and the value for their money. Why are
Okay.
they hiring us? Why are they outsourcing their HR headache to us? Because they want quality candidates, and they do not want to waste their time in hunting for that candidate. And we actually plug both these gaps for them.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Fine. So what are the USP of SMBA consultants?
It's approach. Always, see, when I actually talk about the approach of SMBA consultants, how it is different. One fine example is our franchise network. So our franchises are spread across 17 different locations of India. Now, see, I talk about a small company or a big company as well who's looking for expansion on a pan India basis. So one is either they can choose a consultancy who's at one location. Second is they can go for a network like SMBA consultants. When they approach SMBA consultants, they know that they are geographically well spread. We know the internal culture of India. We know the locational advantages because we have people there. That is one advantage. Second is we have worked for similar industries. Say supposedly I am wearing a spectacle. Okay, so I go to say Titan Eye Plus. I directly go to Titan Eye Plus and I say, hey, I've already worked with your competitor Lawrence and Neo. I know what you need.
Mhm.
So that is where the main touch point happens,
Okay.
because we work with industries. So when we work with industries, we know the culture, we know the what kind of manpower they require, we know the pain points of those industries. So when we go to say a spectacle company, an eyewear company, we tell them, hey, we already know you require an optometrist. I know that in your retail outlets you require counter sales executive, you require a cashier, you require these kind of people. They immediately relate to us. They understand that these people know the business, and these people are not here to beat around the bush. They mean business and they can give us quality.
Mhm.
So that is how we understand the industry, and accordingly we provide them the best.
Mhm. Okay.
So that is what I say, the approach of SMBA consultants, how we are utilizing our strengths and how we give them quality at the end of the day.
So what is your current strength? Means how many franchises you have in all over the India and as well
So
as outside India? You have any franchises right now?
yes, so we have only initiated the franchising in India now. So in India, we are strong as on, so we are talking on 13th of October 2020. It is very important for me to mention the date, because every week or every month we are adding more and more franchises. So as of date, we are having 35 franchises across 17 different locations of India.
Okay.
I'll tell you why this has become the fastest growing, because of the nature of the industry. If you compare this with say food industry, the number might look very small to you. But when you compare service industry, in service industry, in the time span of 20 months, having 35 units has made us the fastest growing, because some of the competitors in the industry have achieved close to 50-55 number in 10, 11 years.
Mhm.
So you can understand the comparison in why we are tagged as the fastest growing consultants.
Okay. So how anyone can join as a franchise partner of SMBA Consulting?
Okay, so first of all, we always, uh, you know, we do negative marketing, to be very honest. When it is not fair, I would say most of the people do not do that, but we discourage people from taking our franchise. Okay, you
Okay.
might be shocked to hear that, but we always do that. So whenever we have a webinar or franchise selling webinar, we always first slide we give a fair disclaimer. We tell them, boss, this is actual hard work. If you are ready for that hard work, then only join SMBA Consultants. Because understand one thing, Krishnendu, it is very, very important to be in the mindset of an entrepreneur. You are also an entrepreneur, and kudos to you for being one, because this journey is not easy, right?
Exactly.
This journey is full of ups and downs. So that is why we always tell everyone who wants to join us as a partner, boss, be in that mind frame. This is not easy. This is hard work, and you cannot expect that, boss, today I buy SMBA Consultants franchise and it will be money showering on my head. It cannot happen. It is clearly the result of your efforts that you do along with a good platform. We can ensure you a very good platform, SMBA Consultants. We can give you all the trainings, the tricks, etc. But the effort also needs to come from your side. So that is why, I am actually quite deviating from your direct question, how somebody can join our franchise. But, we first of all ask them why you want to join SMB Consultants franchise. Are you prepared? Are you mentally in that mind frame? First of all, do thorough study about SMBA Consultants. About us, see our social media handles, see our portfolio, see our YouTube videos, go through or talk to our franchise account manager, talk to our existing franchises, do your thorough survey. Once you are 120% satisfied that you want to take SMBA Consultants, then go for it. Because we are not looking for investors, we are looking for partners. We are very clear there. We are not looking for only money. Money is a byproduct. We are looking for good people who can join hands with us.
Okay, right. So that's good. So means anyone contact you today need to join your webinar for that? Just franchises. If anyone interested
They
in
can
your
join our webinar. They can actually go to our website www.smbaconsultants.com. See, if somebody is serious enough to actually take our franchise, they will definitely find me or find SMBA Consultants. Nowadays, in digital age, it is not that hard that I will have to literally announce my number on a webinar. Then only people will come. Not needed. Boss, if you are serious enough, you can easily find us. You can find me on LinkedIn, anywhere and everywhere probably. If you are serious, just go for it.
Okay. So now let me come to the co-founder planning. So what is this co-founder plan? Because whenever you just tell me about this co-founder, I'm also very much interested on this. So this is a quite new for me. Okay. Well, this kind of platform is also there. So please say something about this co-founder plan and which motivate you to start this co-founder planning.
Right. So, what essentially, first I'll come to why Co-Founders Planet, why I started a Co-Founders Planet, and then I'll tell you what Co-Founders Planet is doing. So if I talk and answer why, every why of my journey is related to a story, an incident. So while I was actually doing the franchising, I came across multiple startup owners. I was talking to multiple people from, say, the startup school and multiple startups here and there. So that is where when we were speaking to them, they told me, boss, we cannot afford SMB consultants. We cannot afford your services because these people, we are not only talking about money, because we cannot afford even to pay the salaries to these people. So then we actually went back to our drawing board, our business canvas, and we thought, boss, this is a problem which is not only with one startup. I spoke myself to 100 startups, and you will not believe, Krishnendu, 98% of the startups were having the same issue. They wanted people, senior people, but they could not afford their salaries. They could not afford paying their hefty salaries to them, plus a charge of a consultancy. Okay, So what they told me, I am looking for people, but I probably might not be comfortable to pay fixed element.
Mhm.
Now we actually did our survey, we did our R&D. We thought, hey, they are not eager to be fixed salary. But what is the other way to compensate the co-founders,
Mhm.
compensate the team members? Then we thought, hey, equity can be one of them. Those senior people can be compensated by equity. Those senior people can be compensated by probably revenue sharing or a fixed amount, a small fixed amount.
Mhm.
That is where the idea we initiated working on Co-Founders Planet, which is essentially, I would say, a founders dating platform revolving around solving the problem for a startup in
Mhm.
three different manners.
Okay.
First, we give them co-founders on equity.
Mhm.
Second, we give them advisors, mentors on hourly payments. Third, we give them vetted service providers. The
Mhm.
service providers who we have tried and tested, and then only we advise them, hey, you can go for this service provider, you can take
Mhm.
digital marketing services from Mr. X, you can take legal assistance from Mrs. Y. That is how we have built this platform, a community known as Co-Founders Planet, which
Mhm.
will also not only enable them seeing each other, but it will also enable them meet each other online. So it is a
Mhm.
platform where you guys can e-meet each other. So that
Okay.
is why I always start and say it is a founders dating platform.
Okay. So, what is the current age of co-founders planning?
So Co-Founders Planet is a newborn baby, I would say. It's still in the ideation state, but yes, we have already started working on the idea by building our platform. We have started with a WhatsApp group wherein
Okay.
good amount of close to 135 very, very senior people are there who are already exchanging views, who are already solving startups problems, who are already, there is a matchmaking already that has been started through our free source WhatsApp.
Okay.
Now the platform will be launched in next 10 days, wherein the platform, through the platform, people will be able to meet each other and people will be able to find their perfect match.
Okay. Perfect. So, I'm very
And
excited
also,
to.
and yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Also, one more good news for Co-Founders Planet. So there
Mhm.
had been close to 1,200 startups that applied, 2.5 months to an application which IIM Kashipur raised. Okay,
Mhm.
so out of 1,200 applications, close to 130 startups were selected on a pan-India basis.
Mhm.
Among those, even Co-Founders Planet, was one of the part, and we were incubated by IIM Kashipur.
Mhm.
Not incubated, but that was sort of a mini MBA program which actually finished on 12th of October, that is yesterday. And we are very happy to be a part of that cohort of IIM Kashipur as well, and
Mhm.
basically to learn from the IIM professors. So that itself, everyone has got their dream. Though I am from chartered accountant and that background, but still that IIM is something else. The kind of knowledge that they give, the powerful background that the professors are having. So we, as co-founders Planet, are fortunate enough to be a part of the cohort of IIM Kashipur also.
Okay. So, well, Mr. Gaurav, do you want to share some of your thoughts to the new startups who are just newly launching or who are planning to launch their startup but have some difficulties in their mindset? Okay, what I need to do in the very initial stage, where from I get some funding, where from I get some co-founders, where from I get some similar kind of mentalities like this, where from I get publicity. So all these things, there are many things comes with the startup. As you just say, okay, when you just uh, approach startups for SMBA consultants, they can't afford. So that is the same thing we also face. Okay, when we are approaching startup for marketing, we are just saying, okay, no, right now we know the importance of marketing, but we can't afford. How it will be helpful for any startup. So that's how you launch with co-founders, and we comes up with this jam story where we freely promote startup. So that's how there are many questions for a startup who are having planning to launch their startup. They have many questions. They need a very good expert advice. So please share some of your advice and thoughts for the upcoming
So I'll
startups.
give you three basic nuggets which will be helpful for the startup journey. First is you need to understand there is a principle of 30 months. So there is a 30-month principle. Now, what does that 30-month principle means? That any startup or any business takes a minimum amount of time to actually be settled. It takes close to 30 months of time to see that, you may definitely get it before that, but as per my experience goes, as per the experience of my clients, it takes 30 months of time to be literally, settled, a bit of settled in the business. The business and settlement doesn't go hand in hand. You cannot expect a business to be settled anytime, like calamities like or pandemic like this happens and your entire thing goes for a toss. But still, as a principle, 30 months is something which you should give to your business meticulously. Any startup should give 30 months of diligent hours, diligent activity, and diligent, that hard work to their startups.
Mhm.
That is my first principle, 30 months principle. Second is do not get persuaded by the news. There are so much startup news. Understand, my friends, Indian territory is very different. Please do not be persuaded or get carried away by the news of Silicon Valley or probably the news which are getting flashed in the startup channels. Understand, every startup is different. Every startup owner is having their own story. And if you actually see, these are very minuscule percentage of people who have done it very, very big.
Mhm.
Please enjoy the journey. This journey is a beautiful journey. The issue is we are always running towards, okay, I need to touch those numbers. Understand, you need to probably generate value. You need to generate good value for your customers. If you can generate value from your customers, the customers can essentially be your own funding people. Why not? You get my point? That is very,
Mhm.
very critical for you. So the startup should first of all understand that, please don't get carried away by these small news, and please focus on your own journey and focus on your own customers. This is the most critical aspect of it. Please, there is only one rule: generate three things to them: value, value, and value. If you generate good value for your customers, nobody can stop you from winning this race. On the other hand, if you are only talking big and not acting big, that is where the whole game gets shattered. Okay, so it is more important to not only learn by the books but learn while doing it. So these are some of my pieces or the nuggets which I would say for all this stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Gaurav. Thank you for giving your thoughts. So, viewers, if you are watching this video, so please do like, subscribe our channel, and I'd like to again thank you, Mr. Gaurav, for giving us his precious time with us. So, thank you.
Thank you, Krishnendu, and all the best for your platforms and for your all endeavors. And all the viewers, please hang on. This is a very beautiful journey, the entrepreneurship itself. But don't get demotivated and stay away from energy vampires, because energy vampires are those people who suck your positive energy. Surround yourself with the best set of positive well wishers. Surround yourself with your own family members, with your own good friends who can give you the positivity. Please don't get bogged down by the whole lot of negativity around you and stay away from negative vampires.